lead producers to take their own lives. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are trying to do something about that. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock has the story.
Suicide in farm country is on the rise, and the numbers are staggering.
What we found was for every 100,000 people, there are 85 suicides out of the agricultural occupation. That is the highest rate of suicide of any occupation.
Past farm bills provided assistance for farmers under stress, but similar funds did not make it into the 2014 version. This time around, farm state senators introduced the Farmers First Act to reinstate the Farmer and Rancher Stress Assistance Network, which gives states additional resources to provide mental health access to farmers.
What we're doing is attempting to provide those supports in the rural areas for our farmers and those in related ag industries, because oftentimes you have those resources in the metro areas, but if you come out to an area like Montgomery County, where I live, the resources are pretty sparse.
Lawmakers in both houses who have sponsored similar legislation hope their bipartisan acts are included in the final version of the 2018 Farm Bill.
We are tapping into existing systems out there, such as our extension offices, providing necessary training, networking with our mental health counselors. We're hoping that we can get this rolled into the Farm Bill. The program itself would cost about $10 million a year, and we're hoping by getting it into the Farm Bill, we'll be able to provide the necessary offsets and make that budget neutral.
Leaders across rural and farm organizations support the program. Jessica Siegel of the National Rural Health Association says, quote, "For those in rural areas seeking mental health services, they face two giant obstacles, availability and accessibility. In 55% of all American counties, most of which are rural, there is not a single psychologist, psychiatrist, or social worker. We applaud the bipartisan work of our rural health advocates in introducing legislation to provide a key resource for those at risk." Lawmakers say now is the time for action.
This is something that we saw in 1987 during the farm crisis and the drought years there. We were very aggressive in North Dakota in tackling this problem. We need to recognize that this problem is back with us and we need a response.
Lawmakers say the Stress Support Network would provide free, confidential mental health services to agricultural workers, including a 24/7 crisis hotline, ongoing therapy, support groups, and other counseling services. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
In 2008, an affiliated program answered over 500,000 calls from farmers, also trained 10,000 rural mental health professionals, and provided help to more than 100